Hello and welcome back to the ARK of E podcast. My name is Noah and I'm joined this evening by several members of the ARK of E crew. My cousin, Mr. Patrick J. Blanchard,
Hello.
our good friend, Mr. Brendan Riley,
Hello there.
stationary for a change, and our other good friend, Mr. Evan Tuhig.
Hey guys.
And we should have my brother, Gavin Blanchard, joining us shortly. Have not heard anything from Mr. Baron Williams. Hope he's doing well. We wish you well, buddy. Give me a shout. Give me a shout. Okay. I think we didn't have a particular topic planned. We do, excuse me, Ev, you haven't been on the pod since you won the Oscar pool. You and
Dude, yeah.
you and Mayfield both won. So Mayfield's episode is going to be ranking the best picture winners from the last 25 years. So
Ooh.
any best pictures that you have not watched, any best picture winners that you haven't seen in the last 25 years, slash any that you want to rewatch to see where they place, be working on that. He thinks he'll be available to actually pod sometime in probably about 2 to 3 months. So
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
so
I totally get it.
plenty of time to plan on that. But you
Get to
also,
work.
because you guys both won, congratulations. You get to also program an episode. So anything you can do, like a topic like he's doing, where it's like if you want us to do a ranking sort of thing, that's a bigger project. If you want to just force us to watch a movie and review it, like we can do that
That would
too.
be
You can get
pretty
creative
good.
with it. So be ruminating on that, and maybe we either tease it at the end of the pod, or if you need more time, we'll decide that behind the scenes. But I would assume your episode is coming far sooner than Mayfield's. We can count on that
Okay.
at least. So be thinking about that. But while we're just kicking things around, I guess we'll start with you because it's been the longest since you've been on the pod. What have you been watching? Any? I don't know if you've managed to make it out to
Surprisingly,
the
I've seen
theater,
a
but
few
I
things.
assume a few streaming things or maybe some things on planes, possibly. So
Uh, yeah, dude, I've seen a couple things. Let's see here. For the first time in my life, I'm finally keeping a running list of what I've been watching this year.
have you started? I mean, I know you have a letterbox, but I never see you log in anything. Have you
Uh, well, I was totally off social media for like 2 months, and
gotcha.
then um, just to take a break, but the kill the scrolling time. But
Yeah.
I haven't been on Letterboxd in quite some time. I do need to go back in there. It was overwhelming because I've seen a lot of stuff, and I just go in there. I'm like, man, they just have everything, and I could keep rating stuff for probably 4 hours, you know.
Yeah.
And it's
I
also like I've got
Oh, I was just gonna say, I've gone on the principle of like I just do ratings for like the things I'm currently watching. Like it's my diary basically. But
okay.
I don't go unless I'm rewatching something. I don't like go back and add ratings because again, that is a rabbit hole. I would be there forever. Just like I've seen this movie and I've seen this movie and I've seen this movie.
I
So
felt overwhelmed, I guess. So I was
yes.
just like, all right, man, this is just too much shit. I don't know if I keep up with this. But then that's probably a better way of doing it. Instead of keeping a note on my iPhone, I can just maybe do it on
That's I
Letterboxd.
mean,
That seems like a better way of doing it.
I have, if anybody ever wants to see them, it's called Watch List slash Podcast Fodder. For basically every year that the podcast has existed, I kept a giant note document of everything I watched, video games I played, albums I listened to, everything with ratings and like, you can talk about this whenever. What do you got there? Oh, that's literally Patrick's notebook of things.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I love it,
Listen,
dude.
I
All the
like the
way.
tactile version. It's way better anyway.
Yeah. Love it. Love the notebook. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, what have you been watching? What have you been watching?
Um, so right before um I left on this one, Sam and I did a date night. I watched Project Hail Mary. We went and
Oh
saw
hell
Project Hail
yeah.
Mary.
You were able to make it to the theater for that one. Nice. Brendan still has not seen it, so let's be
Okay.
nice and not spoil it for him. I am curious before we talk at all about it. Patrick, did you see it and did you have any interest?
No and no.
Are you anti-Gosling as well?
No, no. I'm just
Okay.
not in a sci-fi mood this year.
That's
That's that's fine.
totally fair.
In Patrick's defense, like I know there's only a handful of sci-fi things. I'm like, oh man, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Um, and this one I kind of had like I went in with like I didn't know anything about it, which is actually really helpful. I recommend not knowing anything going into this one. And then I was also like medium. I don't even know if I was excited to go see it. It was just, hey, we're gonna go to the theater, and that's the only thing I want to see, maybe in there.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely, I think mileage may vary depending on the person, and the mood you're in when you go to see it. But I walked out of it and I was like, that was great. A time in the movies. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And Sam was like, just she wasn't feeling it. So,
Fair,
um,
fair.
and and yeah, I think the more I sat with it after I watched it, the more I liked it actually. Um, and the whole fact that they created everything by hand, it makes the movie look amazing. And there's like very little. I mean, obviously space is CGI, but
Yeah.
space itself, but nothing. Everything else is like no kidding, made by a person.
My
Like
my
in
big note was I was just like, dude, I can't think of the last time I've seen a sci-fi movie where it's like things actually looked alien, if that makes
yeah.
sense. Like they
Oh, for
felt
sure.
like otherworldly. And I thought
Yeah.
they nailed that from a production design standpoint, where I was just like, yeah, dude, this doesn't feel like a bunch of other movies I've seen and just iterating on it. It feels like uniquely like I haven't seen this before. Like this is inspiring some awe, some wonder, which is like that feels like that's been kind of sorely missing from this sort of shit. And it's just a crowd pleaser. Like
Oh,
it's
dude, absolutely. And any movie where it's like, um, it's just based on, I mean, you got one person. I was like, that was maybe why I was hesitant as much as I like Gosling. I was like, any movie where it's just like 2 hours on one person, it's like, that's a lot to carry. And that could go one of two ways, I guess.
and
And then,
he's I mean he's kind of done it before, but not in anything that was ever like huge or widely seen or a big as high budget as this. So yeah, a little bit of a gamble. But
but
yeah,
I thought executed flawlessly. I mean, obviously, if anyone's got the charm to do it, it's him. But man,
I would say even
I was,
beyond Damon, if we're comparing directly to The Martian, I was like, yeah,
yeah,
I'd
agreed.
way rather spend 2 hours with Gosling than I would Damon, and I like Damon quite a bit. So
And he's got that specific sort of he can lock in that like self-deprecating humor, and it's really enjoyable. And you're still like rooting for him. You know what I mean? It's like, but anyway, I thought the movie was surprisingly funny. Um, and then still, kind of like still moving at times too. So I thought it was very, very good. I mean, it was like 9, 8, 7, 5, 9 out of 10, for me, something like that.
oh yeah,
Um, but yeah, Sam did not care for it. So your mileage may vary, I would say,
yeah.
depending on how you are with sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, I could definitely see it just not being in the mood for its vibe on the day as well. Uh,
It's got a weird tone. Well, not in a not weird. That's like it was unexpected, I suppose. I thought it was going to maybe be slightly more serious than it was,
yeah,
and at certain parts, and it's almost like a buddy comedy. But yeah, it's really good,
truly, yes.
and it's very but I enjoyed that aspect of it. I guess we'll talk more about it another time specifically.
For sure. I will say, Barham and Tari both huge fans. Like had a great experience with it. I wish he was here to rave about it, but
Imagine.
we'll move things along. Gavin has joined us. Hello,
Hey, what's
brother.
up? Hello.
We're just just doing a little what we've been watching, going around the horn, and I think on the tail end of this we might do most anticipated of the summer, which will basically be me reading through the movies, and we can decide if any of these are going to be worth seeing. Have you watched anything recently that you'd like to bring to the
What's
table?
the what's the one about the guy and his family? Family's like annihilated, and he like joins up with these guys in the desert, and like
Surat or no?
no, it's the one. It's like they're on the planet, and it's not called the planet in the title. The Tim Chalamet's in it, I think. What is it? The
Oh,
Dune? The Dune 1 and 2. I just did those two. I went back and
Pull
watched both of those.
kind of pulled the trigger on those a little early.
No, because I wanted to, because I was like, I'm going to do it again because I
Okay.
know I watched them back to back, And I asked Becky, I was like, "You watch these with me?" She's like, "Yeah, we watched them both." I was like, "I made you watch them because Jason Momoa was in the first one," and she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "And you stuck around for the second one?" She goes, "Yes, I've seen them both." I said, "Okay."
Does
So I
she
watched
does
them.
she
Yeah.
know that he's coming back?
Yes, but she
Does
doesn't
she
know
know
how
that
he's coming
Duncan
back.
Idaho rises?
Sorta, yeah. I told her he's in it, so she's like,
Dune
"Okay,
3, The Rise of Duncan Idaho? Yeah.
right." Um, what else did I just do? I'm in the middle of Alien. I already did Prometheus and Alien Covenant. I'm gonna do Alien, then I'm gonna jump to Romulus, then I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna do Aliens and Alien 3. HBO's released like all these extended cuts of stuff.
And they
I don't know
got
if you've seen
the
it.
yeah, they
Yeah,
got the assembly cut of 3.
right. Of 3. Yeah, I've never heard of that. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. Um,
You didn't
we
have the
both
quadrilogy box set?
no.
Blu-ray
I only
box
had
set?
no.
All the versions?
Nope.
It's not the first time they've had it on HBO. Uh, the
They just
last
haven't
time Alien 3,
advertised
they
it
had the
like this.
assembly cut. They're advertising it because they got the rights. They're showing everything this time around.
Yeah.
Like there was
Yeah.
always one that was missing.
Hmm.
Reminder to all HBO Max users, if you're watching a movie that you like or you're rewatching something, check and see if there's anything in the extras section next to it because sometimes they're dropping like commentaries, director's cut versions, and like behind the special features for like older movies. They're just not advertising that they're on there. But there are a lot of like basically the equivalent of DVD special features on HBO now. So, uh, we can keep going around the horn. We'll do multiple passes. Patrick, you got anything?
Uh,
This is the direction on my Zoom at least.
I watched the Peacock show, Ponies, Persons of No Interest, with Amelia Clark and not Natasha Lyonne.
Not Natasha Leon.
Like
Who's that?
if you watch the trailer on that, you're like, why does Natasha Lyonne look so young again? It's because it's Haley Lou Richardson. That's why.
Okay, I know her from White Lotus season 2.
I know her from the Edge of 17.
I never saw that. Heard it was excellent.
Oh, it's great. It's
That's
wonderful.
what's her name? Uh, True Grit Center's
Haley Yep.
Steinfeld. Yeah.
And then it was a pleasant show. Uh it was
Does it seem like a one and doneer or is it
oh
open ended?
it is left off for a season 2. However, I don't know if it'll have a season 2 uh because it did not stand out either good or bad. It was one of those middle of the road type shows where it's enjoyable while you're watching it. In 7 months, I will only remember that I watched it because I have it written down in my notebook.
Sometimes those are the ones that will run for 5 or 6 seasons, though,
That,
quietly on a streaming service, though.
that too.
So,
That too.
yeah.
It's set in 77. They're spies in Moscow. It's I don't know if it's a dramedy or if it's a serious thing with comedy because there's a distinction. But it plays a lot of things for laughs and then a lot of things for serious and a lot of things for action. It's trying to be a little bit too much in all directions and kind of floundering, and then it's on point for like 10 minutes of an episode and then it's floundering.
Okay.
Amelia Clark's had a bit of a weird run.
I feel like everybody's has kind of struggled post Thrones except for Kit Harington.
Yeah,
Uh,
everyone except for him.
and then what's her name? Uh, Sophie Turner's got. Wait, no, not so. Is that right? Who's Sansa?
Yeah, that's
So
her.
Oh,
Sophie
yeah,
Turner.
yeah,
Sophie Thatcher is the blonde from Yellow Jackets, right? Is that right?
yes.
yeah, and she's in
Yes.
Companion
And yes, and Heretic. Yes.
and
Okay.
Heretic. Yeah.
Sorry. Hard to keep all of
The
these
Sophies.
actresses straight. Yes. Okay. But Sophie Turner is going to be the new Laura Croft. So
Oh, cool.
we'll
And her and
we'll
and
see
her
how
and
that
Kit
goes.
Harington have a movie together, right?
Yes, which is streaming, I think, on Prime right now. You can go
Yeah.
watch it. It's technically my turn in the rotation from my screen's point of view. Evan, you mentioned Surratt. Did you watch it?
No, I almost did last night because I had a little time off, but other thing I most recently saw was Crime 101. I watched
I need
that
to
in the
watch that.
past few days. I
Is
won't
that
ruin it for you guys.
is that
I loved
streaming
it.
somewhere or is that a VOD rental
Prime,
right
yeah.
now?
I think it's free on
Oh, it's
Prime
just
It's
right
on
now.
Prime.
it's on Prime, yeah.
Um,
I
I'll
heard it
just.
addressed in the latest Garbage Crime episode of The Big Picture.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yes, and I was like, this sounds like something I should watch streaming. So okay,
Right up my alley. I
I'll
don't
give
know
that
how
a
you
spin.
guys feel about crime action movies. I mean, the second you got heist stuff, I'm like, I'm all in, man. Just
Dude, as long as they're in the Den of Thieves territory, that's like as
Yeah.
long as it's that caliber, I'm pretty happy. Uh, oh, Sarat though. We'll talk after you've seen it. Nobody I have talked to has seen it yet, but as soon as that popped up on Hulu, because I've literally been checking, waiting for a price drop on the rental since it went to VOD, and then
yeah,
just
yeah.
out of the blue, boom, Hulu dropped it because I forgot that it's another Neon movie. Um, yeah, I won't say anything. It's just we'll talk about it after you've seen it. But retroactively, I'll just say this would have been pretty. But I think would have. I need to look at my list. Probably would have cracked my top 10 of last year. And now that I've seen it, I'm kind of like I feel like it should have had more Oscar nominations in a couple other categories that it wasn't represented in. And I'll also tell you this before you watch it because it blew my mind afterwards. But the lead in this movie is the evil general from Pan's Labyrinth, and
Oh, yeah.
I had absolutely no idea until after, I was looking up the cast afterwards. Completely unrecognizable and a completely different performance. Like I was truly like, that's the same guy. And granted, over a decade of separation, but like I was like, holy shit. Uh, But yeah, we'll talk after you've seen it. I don't want to say anything about it. Um, we'll get
In
your
terms of like Spanish, I don't know, just movies and television show. Like a lot of what Sam watches, that Spanish language, obviously comes from Spain.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of like higher end production stuff coming out of there, especially like streaming services and stuff. I mean, they do a pretty good job. I mean, a lot of stuff that I, see her watching, and if I catch little bits of it, it's like, this is not bad. So,
Dude, I hope we're getting more El Eternauta um,
oh, dude, yes,
on
please.
Netflix. That was so fucking good. But yeah, to your point of like that is one of the things I will tip my cap to Netflix in regards to is like because they had the interest in like international expansion, that's how we've gotten a lot of interesting shows. And like I feel like countries that have had, thriving film and TV industries that maybe just like people weren't seeing, it's like, oh shit, these guys are just as capable as like,
Yeah, yeah. And like Hollywood, yeah. And
yeah,
and Dark, what's the other one? It's the German one, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like one of the biggest shows I think for Netflix ever. Um,
Yeah. Uh,
yeah.
but yes, Sarat is on Hulu. I recommend it to everyone, but also it's an experience. Um, Brendan, what you got for us?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I've talked to you a little bit about it. I had quite a bit of a shift on a actress I did not previously care for that I have changed my tune on quite a bit. For the listening audience, I was not the biggest fan of Zendaya. I just kind of found her acting to be not, I don't know, I couldn't buy it. But there's a show that I finally gave a chance recently that Noah's been telling me to watch for years, and it is Encaptivated myself.
Euphoria or what?
Yeah, man, and
Oh, hell yeah.
it is dark. It
Love Euphoria.
is somehow a
No,
blast.
I
Same
told
time
him to go watch
as
Zoe 101 or whatever the hell she was on as a kid.
I was like,
Wizards of
Here's what
Waverly
let's
Place.
shake it
What
up.
was it?
Let's get it
Shake It
straight.
Up. Excuse me, dude.
Dark.
I don't. Okay, I would have never pulled Shake It Up in a billion years. Was that Disney Channel? She's a
Yes.
Disney Channel kid,
Yeah,
She's a
right?
Disney
I think
kid.
it was Disney Channel.
Yeah.
She had 2 shows on Disney.
But yeah, Brendan finally took the Euphoria plunge and prep for
Oh
season
my
three,
gosh.
which drops next weekend
I think
or starts next weekend.
I'm on episode 7 of season 2, but I went through the first like
yeah.
season and a half within like maybe 72 hours. And
Oh, totally. Yeah.
I was texting Noah in between. I was like, yo, this is dark, but it's so good. That first episode of season 2 Fesco story because I love how they like go and like they give everybody's independent story and they go back in time and then comes back to the present. That first episode of season 2 of Fesco, that had to be one of my favorite single episodes of a TV show in the history of me watching TV. Like that episode was intense. It was great. You got the payoff at the end that you wanted. You got Nate Jacobs finally getting the crap beat out of him, you know. And and to that point, Jacob
Jacob
Elordi,
Elordi. Yep.
yeah. Also, I mean, great actor. You haven't really hated somebody that much from watching TV in a long time, you know. So.
He's
It,
parlayed it into a lot of good
What
stuff too since
I
then.
was gonna say, I mean, a lot of people have popped from that show. But
but
I will
yeah.
also I'll shout out because you're watching it, but Austin Abrams, who was in
Yep,
Weapons last year,
probably my second favorite of that bunch.
uh, and is going to be in Zach Cregger's Resident Evil, who is paired up storyline wise with Barbie Ferreira, who is not in the second season as much, or is like more truncated storyline wise, but she's about to be in Faces of Death, which opens this weekend.
Which one's
Patrick,
Barbie Ferreira?
oh my God, what's the character's name? Kat, the one who does like the webcam stuff in the first
Oh,
season.
nice. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Um, Patrick,
Yes.
are we seeing Faces of Death in the theater?
Probably not, because
So I had the same react. The first teaser, I was like on board. Full trailer, I was kind of question mark. And then I actually looked and I was like, who's making this thing? And it's the guy who did How to Blow Up a Pipeline, which I thought was phenomenal. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna give it a shot this weekend. I think I'm gonna give it a shot.
see, I can't because I am not a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are two ways you watch Faces of Death. You sneak out of the house and you go to the midnight movie, or you go around driving from VHS rental place to VHS rental place till you can find that one copy, but it's all tracked out because it's been rented out so many times that the tracking skips. It makes it look even more real while you're watching it. And you watch that with a group of friends at 1 in the morning. Those are the two ways you watch Faces
Okay.
of Death.
Well, did you watch the full length trailer?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so I mean, maybe check it out because the thing that has me intrigued is it's metatextual.
Okay.
So somebody in the universe of this movie is recreating things from Faces of Death, but like for real. Like
Hmm.
Faces of Death, the franchise exists in the universe, and the lead character is somebody who works. She's a web content moderator for social media. So she flags stuff that looks like, hey, this violates terms of service. And she
Okay.
starts seeing fucked up videos. And it's like, is this real? Is it not? Do we let this? And I was like, I'm very intrigued.
Okay.
I'll let you
Yeah,
know. I'm
because
probably gonna go Thursday night. So, or
Okay.
tomorrow, or no, not tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's we got to get in the pit. And also, Hacks is starting back. So Friday night, I will go see Faces of Death. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Sorry, Gav, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, I remember my dad being like, "Yeah, remember when that one came out? A lot of guys in the dorm got in trouble for having that." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, that the Faces of Death thing or whatever. Like they were just guys were watching the dorm and they got, it's a big deal." I was like, a movie, like a horror movie. These guys were watching in the dorm on base, and it was like they got reprimanded for it. I could not fathom that people were like getting in trouble for watching a movie called Faces of Death.
No.
And then it didn't make any sense to me. I remember telling me that long time ago, randomly when we were in a video store somewhere. I don't know why
Really?
I
why
don't
that
think I've
happened.
ever seen one start to finish. It's all been like YouTube clips,
Yeah.
here and there. But yeah, I don't think I've ever actually sat and watched one.
It goes hand in hand with the Dungeons and Dragons Satanic Panic and
Hmm.
the English video nasties. Like they're the 80s were weird. They just were. They don't make sense because the world didn't end.
Hmm.
Right.
If the world ended, the 80s make total sense.
Right. I mean, that's probably the most perfect take I've ever heard about the 80s, actually. If
Uh, okay, yeah, Brendan, Euphoria. So we're pumped for season 3 starts next week. We'll see. and you also got to finish season two so you can render a verdict, which of course I've made my feelings known, but I can talk in more detail after you've finished it.
Did did you watch the in between seasons?
I
The
did make sure
Yeah,
that he watched the
it was. It
yeah.
was. I don't. For me, I think everybody on this podcast knows me, and everybody in TV land. My I've got a loud, fast-paced personality, so those two episodes were a little bit rough for me to
Well, of
watch.
course, that's why I knew you would love the show if you got into it because it's,
But
ADHD, the TV show, in terms of just like stay engaged, stay
stimulus,
engaged.
stimulus, dark.
Yes.
Like, but yeah, those two episodes, Patrick, they were tough for me to finish, but offered a ton of depth for the two, what I would say is the two lead,
yeah,
two main, if you will. Jules is, I'm sure y'all know, or at least no one knows the actor's name, but
Hunter Schafer.
she crushes her role,
yeah.
But yeah, those were very good informational pieces, but I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, can I like double speed this? Like how do I get through this, Watching two people at a diner talk for an hour, I was like, oh.
It was so talking heads, but it was like some of the best scripted television from that
I
time period
agree.
that I saw.
Yeah,
Yep.
and those were like dropped in COVID, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
In
they
they
lieu
were.
were.
in lieu of getting a season two. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
So I would say like the most recent episode was probably like there's been a few that I've referenced as Zendaya has just, but this last one, uh, if anybody's actually seen a person who's been addicted come down with withdrawals and what it looks like and what they're willing to negotiate and beg and how they go from angry to happy to negotiating to you're the worst person ever and all the choice words in between. Zendaya playing that role for an hour straight as she implodes and brings everybody else down around her, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that just kind of blew me away. And she was like spot on with the way that she was presenting herself. And in the same sentence, she could go from high to low like that. And I was like, man, I am reformed on my view of Zendaya for sure.
we love to hear it. Ev, you got some more movies, TV shows, etc.?
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so a couple recently, or in the past month or so. I watched Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Oh,
Finally.
What do we think?
Like 8 out of 10 for me. I think,
yeah, boy. I love
yeah. Here's
it.
I had some issues with it though. I think any movie with time travel always has you have to do it very smartly to get away with it, and it sort of kind of starts to fall apart in the very, very end. Um, that's kind of how I felt about it. I was like, this is fun. I'm enjoying this. And then you kind of and then I'll watch Sam Rockwell do anything, read the phone book, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but by the end of it, I just kind of felt like, oh, I don't know. This didn't, like maybe it should have ended either sooner or in a different way.
It's way too fucking long. That's my,
Agreed.
so it's way too
Agreed.
long, about 25 minutes too long. And also, I came for a Gore Verbinski movie, and it really doesn't feel like a Gore Verbinski movie until the final act, when shit starts getting a little more visually interesting and fucking weird and dynamic. Up until that point, I was like, this could have been directed by anybody. That was the big disappointment for me because he is one of the greatest visual stylists of the last like couple decades between The Ring, even a movie like The Weatherman with Nicolas Cage
Yeah.
looks like and is so much more interesting visually than a movie like that needs to be.
Yeah.
Um, and then of course, I mean, the dude made fucking Mouse Hunt, just like
Yeah. I love that
one of the
movie.
most visually astounding movies of the 90s, hands down. So, regardless of what you think of the plot, Patrick, I was just saying, on a technical level, it's an incredibly well made movie.
It
Uh,
I think they missed out on some
and then
opportunities.
I didn't even
it falls
mention all of
apart a
the
little bit.
pirates because I have issues with the latter Pirates movies that are so CG heavy. But he, in general, I'm like, dude, the guy is the epitome of like style over substance, and I was like, where's all the style, dude? What happened? He gets there eventually, but I felt like it just kind of it took forever to get there in that respect. But Sam Rockwell kind of puts the movie on his back, and it's a decent enough time. But I was like, if I saw
Seven and a
this,
half, maybe,
I was
probably.
like,
I
if I
kind of.
Oh
saw
no, don't be
this,
talking down, F. Don't be talking
No,
down.
I'm not, because
Uh,
dude, I watched it and I felt slightly disappointed
nah,
was how I felt at the end.
the
I was
So
like, oh, that was
disappointment.
fun for a while, and then it got too long.
I think
so we're saying he didn't learn his lesson from the Lone Ranger? Is that what we're saying?
I forgot
Apparently
about the
not.
Lone Ranger,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
I think
Another,
the
again,
dis
that movie has
He
incredible set
didn't.
pieces in it. Not a
He,
good movie. Has incredible set pieces.
yeah, but he again too long. He didn't learn his lesson.
Oh,
He's
so
too long.
fucking long. All of
Got to
those
get a good
movies are too
editor.
long.
You got to get a really good
All
editing
those
team, right?
Pirates movies are like borderline 3 hours.
Yes, but I would watch every one of those pirate movies. Matter of
I
fact, if I had Disney Plus on my phone,
watch
I'd
them
do all
again.
of them in a row. Yeah.
Actually, I have it. You can just use mine. I'm on your Apple Family plan, right?
Sharing is
Yeah.
caring. Yeah.
Uh, the anytime you have a Groundhog Day opportunity, I think that they kind of whiffed on the Groundhog Day type of like, hey, how many times could he have come in at the beginning of that movie, take 20 minutes, and just have like one fail because of no reason, and
It's
just show
so
it quickly,
funny.
and
Yeah.
then come back. They had that opportunity, and I don't feel like they took advantage of that opportunity.
Dude, funniest I want not to spoil it, but the first scene is the best scene of the movie where he
100%. Yeah,
it's
but I wish that they would have done like, okay, this is a failed attempt.
Yeah,
Boom, back. This is
it
a
kind
failed
of peaks early and outstays its welcome. But
exactly.
attempt.
not a terrible night
I love
streaming, but going to see it in the theater, I was left a little like, meh. Uh, recent uh theatrical for me, which I can't talk too much about, but I will encourage anybody who's at least curious to definitely check out the drama with the aforementioned Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, directed by Christopher Borgli, who did Sick of Myself, which I was a huge fan of, Dream Scenario, which I was a little more mixed on. But yeah, really, really enjoyed the drama. It best to go in knowing absolutely nothing about it. They did a good job in the marketing of like kind of holding back what the thing is at the center of it. Uh, so yeah, I encourage people to check that out, but maybe not everybody's cup of tea. It is produced by Ari Aster. I'll put it in the, I'll frame it
Hey, that's
correctly
my
for
guy.
you. So yeah,
That's
maybe
my
not
guy.
everybody's vibe, but I had quite a good time. Pitch black on the comedy front. It was one of those that like everybody's kind of like enjoying the first little bit, and then the thing that's going to happen that they set up in the trailer happens, and it's like I would say about
Loses half the audience.
75% of the audience no, shut the fuck up, and then it was like me and maybe four other people on my row scattered that like were laughing from that point forward, but like
So I'm
stifling
gonna
it
love it.
because then we felt self-conscious that everybody else was not, that they were upset to be there at that point. But yeah, very interesting movie. Huge recommend, but go in knowing as little as possible would be my recommendation with that one. Gav, you got anything else?
Um, let's see. All of the Paradise Show on Hulu. We finished the second season of that. I had already watched the first season, so we binged all that and we finished that because it's done now. Um, that new one that just came out with Vince Vaughn and James Marsden, Nick,
Yo,
Alice, and whatever.
how is it?
Um, I don't know, dude. I like movies like that. Like, I wouldn't. It doesn't do anything different for me. I love that there's just big stars in it. Like Keith David's in there, Jimmy Tatro or however you pronounce his name. I I watch Vince Vaughn anything.
Yeah, same.
You
Honestly.
know, I mean, I love Brawl and Cell Block 99 just as much as I love True Detective season 2. You know what I mean? And Dragged
Feeling a
Across
bit
Concrete.
apoplectic.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, but it was. I mean, it's on Hulu. I'm gonna watch it. Like I don't. Yes, you pay for the subscription, but I didn't have to go to a theater to watch it. There's a couple of those. There's a couple of like Hulu original movies. Like you just mentioned a time loop thing about like I wish they would go back and like, show a failure. There was a movie called Boss Level that came out a while back with Frank Grillo. That's the entire setup of the first like 15 minutes of the movie is every
There was
fail.
a movie called Palm Springs, also a Hulu
Same, yeah,
original,
yeah,
which
same
is
thing.
the
Yeah, I
Great
best
was,
movie.
Groundhog's Day
bro.
movie since
Yeah,
Palm,
could
Groundhog's
you,
Palm
Day.
Springs is great.
if
Love
you
it.
let
Love that movie.
somebody continue and tell you, yeah, there's another movie called Palm Springs. Does the same thing. But there's, it's nice to see these Hulu movies that just like every now and then they pop. I don't know if this one is one people are like, this is awesome. But if you're just there for throw it on, there's, uh, what's the guy that voices Sonic, that he was John Ralphio. He's in it for a little cameo here and there. It's fun, you know. If there's other things you want to watch, obviously don't put this ahead of it. But if you got nothing doing, yeah, throw it on. It's fine. Uh, you know,
All right.
didn't rewrite it, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm hate that I watched this. And then sticking with Hulu, the Secret Agent I finally watched. That was really good. I enjoyed that.
Um,
Anybody else catch The Secret Agent?
Not yet.
Gotcha.
I've been hesitant because I've heard mixed things in terms of like the pace of it, and
It
but I
is
sh
it is quite long. Um, and I will say once again, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I'm also not opposed to giving it a second gander, maybe in like a year, um, and see if I maybe feel differently. I do think Wagner Mora is pretty phenomenal throughout and
He's
kind of
great.
carries you through, but
Yeah.
it's got a vibe, and it's maybe not every. I could not really get my arms around it. I'll put it that way. I just couldn't
Okay.
get on its wavelength. But I in no way was I like, this is bad. I just was like, I don't know if I'm fully, and maybe it was the mood I was in that day. I don't know, but
Historical context, maybe a little bit.
a little bit of that, but also
Yeah.
the movie's kind of deeply unconcerned with like spelling any of that out for you or any of its relevance, which is totally fine by me because it's like obviously all the Brazilians watching this and like the director making it, they all have the context for it. It's not on them to like provide it for me,
Right.
but it left me a little cold because I was like and then also some of the tonal shifts I will say as well, where I was like, is this a cultural thing to have these things kind of side by side in the same space, or are we playing with like I don't know their relationship to like playing with genre and like that sort of stuff. And I also have never seen anything else by this director. So I feel like I was missing a lot of context, but yeah.
Not to go too far back, Gavin Paradise. Sam's been trying to get me to watch it for a while now. I keep not watching it, but this is the second time I've heard about this probably in the past 2 days to that Paradise might be good.
Listen, dude, I didn't know what it was, and then I watched the first episode, and I immediately turned to Becky and I was like, "Watch this one and tell me if you want to finish it because I'm gonna finish it all because I'm intrigued." And this kind of it's like I didn't call season two, but I was like, I think I have an idea where season two is going, just because of like what's going on in the narrative and like I'm not gonna say it's Wayward Pines adjacent, but it's like I was telling her like it's gonna have to go kind of Wayward Pines-ish a little bit on some of the science behind it. But
Yeah,
it's I mean, I love Sterling K. Brown.
same.
Again, I'm so happy that Marsden gets to do all this stuff for Hulu, I guess is just who he works for now. Um, but I've always thought that dude was like, even since Disturbing Behavior, I was like, that dude could do anything. And so anytime he's in something, I'm like, yeah, I'll check it out. Why not? It's James Marsden. Um, but it's definitely it's one of those where I'm like, you would want to binge it at least the first season. The second
Okay.
season, I was like, okay, I can do weekly, but I would have loved. I hated that I didn't have a whole season two just to binge, and we caught it right as like season two was starting.
Okay.
But it's definitely good, and I don't know if anybody's watching Shrinking on Apple, but it is the funniest show that
It
Apple's ever put
it's
out.
it's pretty good. I
It's so
like
good, dude.
I liked the beginning of it. I still like the show.
I
It's
love it, dude.
it's getting a little like sitcom with its comedy. Like
Yeah,
it's not it's starting to feel more placed opposed to organic, if you will.
yeah,
But other than that, yeah, it's a
That can be good if done right.
it can be, but like the original, like when you first start watching it, it feels organic, and it's like, oh, dude,
yeah.
this is funny. And now that we're like more into it, it's like, okay, the humor is like now placed. It feels like it was like, here's the sitcom, and then you hit the button in the background where the audience laughs, and it's like, ha ha ha, and it's like, okay, but it's still good. I do like it.
Um,
Um,
Oh, go right ahead, bud.
No,
Jinx.
no, no,
How about we
no.
just all can we end it that way tonight? Can we all just say and no one just cut it? Just cut
Um,
it. That'd be perfect. Like we're all gonna say one more thing and it's over with.
no, never
Uh,
mind. Never mind. Go, go, go.
I wanted to ask Patrick
Yeah.
any library visits. I did see your absolutely diabolical triple feature in prep for Mayfield's um proposed episode. So you you what was the lineup again? I believe it was Crash,
Birdman and Spotlight.
Birdman, and Spotlight. And I was like, what an out of context. Everybody's like, what the hell? Like, why those three movies in one weekend? But
Because
yeah,
those were the ones that were there.
yes. And the ones you had not seen any of those
And I
prior?
had not.
I
In
figured, yeah.
fact, Mayfield's thing put me onto my next great project. In that this year was 98, so we're coming up on 100 years of Oscars in 2 years.
Yeah.
I had, before I started this run, I'd seen 35. 16 before I was born, 19 post me being in the world.
Okay.
Uh, I'm going to try, by the time that the 100th is announced, that I want to have seen all 100. So that means that year I got to see all the nominees.
Nice.
There's a bunch of early ones that are on Tubi, like Wings is on Tubi,
Oh
All
my
Quiet on the
God,
Western
really?
Front is on Tubi.
Yes.
They're like 2.5 hours of silent movie, which is kind of hard to do. Like I like
Yeah.
Nosferatu because it's not long.
Yeah.
And it's very stylized. All Quiet on the Western Front, the clips and stuff that I've seen over the years, it's also very stylized, but it is 2 hours and 32 minutes long from 1930.
I had to watch Wings for a film in masculinity and film class. That was like one of the first from like early on that they made us watch. I was like,
Okay.
I
this
had
is
to do All
wild, man.
Quiet for Film 101. I think that was
Yeah.
the very first screening we ever had. Two-part screening, obviously.
But
Um,
mostly what I've been doing in the library is lately, because I was out for 3 weeks because there was spring break, and then I had an event on Saturday, so I didn't get to go. And then we were closed because of the shooting on campus. So I didn't go for 3 weeks. Like, so I'm kind of behind. I rewatched Little Darlings because I like camp movies.
is that
Uh,
is that streaming somewhere, or do you have that
No, that I got
physical?
that from the library.
Oh,
They had the new
library. Gotcha.
the new Arrow 4K, which was pretty sweet.
Still on my list. Never seen it.
I surprisingly either it was on the television a lot more when I was little, or I just it struck a chord because I'm watching it and I didn't need to rewatch it. I hadn't seen the movie in over 35 years,
But it
and the whole thing I'm
imprinted.
like, okay, there it is. Yeah, that part. Remember that part. That part. That part. Yep.
Yeah.
Um, but with the Oscars, I have seen what is going to be my bottom unless something really kicks it out.
Was it one of those three?
It was one of those three.
I mean, it's
Crash.
got to be Crash.
It's got to be Crash.
Like it is listed. I've seen it listed on online things as one of the two worst picks for Oscars ever.
It's not
It doesn't
even
hold up.
like the fact that the movie itself won is insane.
Yes.
Like in retrospect, the fact that it also won over what was so clearly the best picture of the year and indelibly one of the best of the last several decades is what makes
Is
it
that
so
Zodiac?
much worse. Brokeback
Oh,
wins
Brokeback.
over
Okay.
Brokeback, and it's like Ang Lee wins Best Director a few
Right.
minutes prior, and then it's just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
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 Like I've seen a lot of
Still,
stuff written on
still
it.
unbelievable.
It was one of those where it's like, yep, this is a case of the Academy's out of touch. Where we're gonna put forward because it's easier to deal with this tone deaf racism movie than anything involving homosexuality.
1000%. Yes. It
That's
was
right.
like, oh yeah, this is still a bunch of old white people. Um, Mostly as our voting body.
You think if they said Crash in New York that they wouldn't have voted for it because the Academy just loves California?
Well, there's also there's haggis and Scientology and all of that wrapped up in it
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
era too. So
Hmm.
do with that what you will.
But
Phoebe, do you
my
need to go out? Hold
but my
on.
God, I was just like
Speaking of
so
Scientology,
mad.
didn't that guy just have a birthday or something? I saw a post or something about him.
What? It's Tom Cruise's birthday? What?
No, L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh,
Oh,
well, he's dead, so it doesn't
He's
matter.
I love
dead.
that we all thought Tom Cruise. That's
I saw something
sorry.
about like it
What
would have been
about
his birthday.
Scientology?
I
Well,
just
I
saw
mean,
a post about like happy birthday to him, and I was like, who? I thought I same thing. I was like, I thought that guy was dead.
oh, he is.
Yeah.
He's worm food for a while.
Okay.
Um,
Any other library finds or if Brendan has
I got a
something.
streaming find that is
No?
from my previous great experiment, which I haven't told you about. While we were doing Camp Crystal Lake Revisited,
Mm-hmm.
I commented to Matthew. I was like, what made Friday? Why was it Friday that connected? It's not the burning. It's not House on Sorority Row. It's not the Prowler. It's Friday. And then I realized I had not seen that many slashers outside of the big three. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so
You
I
keep
went to
saying
different.
Friday, and I keep thinking Ice Cube. I
Yeah,
need.
yeah, yeah. Damn. Um,
You got taco.
Ouch.
Oh fuck.
um, so I found a list between Black Christmas and 1990 of like 179 slashers.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2018, in August, I'd only seen, and I didn't have the big three listed on there because that'd be more. I'd only seen like 50 of them. So over the last 8 years, I've been seeing more and more and more. And like, these are horrible movies.
Are are we is it restricted to American slashers from that era? Like you're not bringing any like because if you start bringing in Giallo and stuff, you're in a whole other
No, no,
territory.
it's mostly American slashers or American co-productions in
Hmm.
foreign countries.
Okay.
Um, but I watched one that had been on. I finally saw one that had been on my list for a long time, called Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker,
Maker, yeah.
which,
Found that
strangely
one
enough, I
in
watched it
Search
like
of
the day
Darkness.
after I watched Little Darlings, and the
Okay.
lead in it is Christy McNichol's brother. It was
Weird.
crazy. Uh, but it suffers from this horrible sin that no slasher should ever suffer from. It was boring.
Yeah.
And a lot of the slashers are boring and horribly misogynistic and just mean spirited to women and just like not of the caliber that Halloween and Nightmare and Friday put forth.
Yeah.
And there's just a like I took up like a 2 year break because I was like I watched 40 of them one year and I'm like I don't know how these things ever make
Burnout.
money.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, don't watch Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. Watch The Prowler
As always,
always.
watch the part. Brendan, you got anything else, bud?
I don't know, I usually tell you when I watch something. Am I missing
I was
something?
gonna say, I think you've just been in Euphoria land for the last
Yeah.
like couple weeks. I don't think you've watched any movies, but
Euphoria. I wanted to see Hail Mary with you. I never got around to that. You did. Um, I know we're going to go into anticipated here in a second, so I'll save. You already know what I'm leaning towards that. Yeah, Euphoria. I told you I finished Tell Me Lies. It was the season one was awesome, and then after that, it kind of loses its steam. But good thing about it is it's only 3 seasons, so I just was like, nah, I'll finish it. Um, yeah, dude, I think that's it. I've just been watching Euphoria. I've been rewatching Jersey Shore occasionally. Because why not?
Still good. Still good.
Well,
Yeah,
on
the
there's
the Florida season is the Florida season still good?
They're all always good, Patrick. Every single
Yeah.
season.
I think Brendan and I worked through every season twice while we lived together, and that was like a 6 month period.
Oh
And it was
God.
just on every day. It was just on. We were just, and it was
You
like
know, we'd be
streaming on one of the
talking.
platforms.
Yeah.
And it's so good. It holds up. It really, it's just is a good
They'll
time.
never be able to do it again. They keep trying, and it's not.
Dude, when you catch lightning in a bottle, you just got to ride the storm, dude. You
That's why
can't
they're
don't
82 years old and they're still gold.
dude.
I still say GTL, dude. I still say it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Unless anybody has any other burning stuff they want to bring to the table,
I got
um,
one,
you go
just
go
one.
right ahead, dude. Go for it.
I know I'm way late to the game, and you guys have all crushed through this. I don't know why I held off so long. I finally watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, dude.
I haven't
Dude,
watched any of it yet.
oh my God, why did I wait to watch that show? So good. It's
Yes.
so good. Is
Brendan,
it
are
the
you the
Okay.
only
best?
one who hasn't?
It
You
I'm
haven't
is it the
gonna
watched
best
any
of the
of
I'm
it?
gonna
bunch?
mute all of you guys. You can talk about it for a second.
All right.
Cool. Okay.
Brendan, before you go, I will say this.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway, dude, once I started it, I couldn't stop it. It was that good. I was like, is this better than House of Dragons? Because for me, it's right now, it's like House of Dragons, then Game of Thrones, second. And then now that I watch this, I'm like, I don't know, man, this might be the best of the bunch. I don't know. The
It
recency bias, of course, but
that admittedly might be part of it on my part too, but yeah, it was hard while I was watching it week to week to not be like, dude, I think this is my favorite thing like in this universe and kind of like it's like the there's an element of this that existed in the show proper, but I just like the small scale of like just just a guy trying to do some good in this like
yeah,
shitty fucked up world. I'm
yeah.
like I'm so on board for it, man. I really like just charming as hell and then also, you know,
The big reveal.
the first couple like wrong foot you in as much as you're like, all right, this does have a different vibe, and then it's like, oh, but there is still the absolute brutality of the world of Westeros and like what you expect from Game of Thrones. It's like, oh, that's still all there, even though, we had this nice cutesy, like, you know, shit in the early going. But yeah, man, absolute blast. We won't dwell too much. Brendan, you're good. You can unmute us. You're
Yeah.
good. You're good. You back?
We are
Yeah.
we are
Just
back. I did watch
so I mean, how
No
could they do that? I mean, did you see that?
fucking
I did watch No Other Choice. I think I told you that, Noah.
no, you did not. Did you
Uh
rent it?
I I did for 9.99, which is fine. I'm gonna say
It'll
that's
be on it'll be
good.
on Hulu soon enough for everybody.
Uh yeah,
If you'd like to wait.
highly recommend. It was I don't know, it's a satirical thriller, capitalism. I'm trying not to give too much away on this and
Satirical
simplify
thriller, capitalism.
it.
Got it.
No said.
And how like one guy goes to extreme violent measures to support his family, essentially. But it's fun
It's
and
so much fun.
it's
It's like
fun.
oh God, it's so good.
Yeah, do yourself a favor. Like I'm not sitting here. I think the people I've counseled that I've watched have been like, "Yo, 10, 9, whatever." For me, I'm like, it was a good time. I'm sitting at like 7, 8. Definitely watch it. It's a fun time. Um, yeah, go ahead and give it a shot.
Again, Park Chan-wook's just like probably one of the five best directors alive right now, in my personal opinion. Does not miss, like literally
Dude,
refuses to miss
and
at
again,
this point.
I
Like
will.
every single time I'm just like, I don't, he does shit that literally like nobody else would ever think of, like setups and payoffs like this. I'm talking narratively, but I'm also talking like from a technical and visual standpoint where you're just like, I haven't seen shots and transitions like this. He's
Yeah, no,
incredible.
100%. It was. I'm not a subtitle guy either. I mean, I think I'm transitioning, but
Yeah. It's
uh,
like, and again, it's tougher with him too because there's so much going on visually that's overwhelming while you're also trying to process like dialogue that will sometimes be, and so now that you've seen that, I would recommend Decision to Leave, his
yeah,
prior movie. I think you would also love.
pretty good.
You might like even more than this, but is also where I'm just like it's kind of overwhelming from a standpoint of like, dude, okay, some of the dialogue that I'm reading is also like, from a flashback, but it's being laid over present tense, and also, oh my God, there's this cool shot over here. Like there's so much going on. It's kind of overwhelming, but I
The
love
same
all of
cast.
those movies. No, no.
It looks like one of the dudes
There's
from
definitely some reoccurring. He has some guys, some go-to people, but
like
um,
Broken Lizard.
sure. Like
Brendan, that is
Martin
Brendan's most
Scorsese.
anticipated.
I
That is
love that.
Brendan's
I
most
love that. That's right.
anticipated. Let's
Kind
just
of like
transfer
Broken
to it right
Lizard, huh?
now.
I'm like, I
Let,
mean,
let just
that's a collective of dudes. I'm like, as opposed to like what we're talking about, which is like, Scorsese. He likes De Niro. Likes working with him. DiCaprio. Ryan Coogler, big fan of Michael B. Jordan.
Kevin Smith likes Ben Affleck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joel
yeah.
Petrakis loves his Joshua Birch.
And
There's
the
just
Broken
some people
Lizard crew
just
is
they
just
just go together.
bunch of boys hanging.
Yeah. Uh,
Same by D, friend.
okay. The question, the question is, do we want to jump to specifically summer, or do you guys want me to highlight some on the way to summer, like in the
What
next
are you
couple
qualifying
weeks?
as summer, I guess?
I was just gonna
May and
start.
later?
I was just gonna start us in June, July, and August, um, and skip the spring movies. But I mean, there's a few things worth shouting out in the spring, I suppose. Whatever. April 17th. We got Mother Mary coming out. It's the new one from David Lowery, who did The Green Knight, which I was a big fan of. He's done some other stuff that I'm kind of more mixed on. It's a new one from A24. It's got Michaela Cole from I May Destroy You and Anne Hathaway, and it's a psychosexual thriller, I guess, about a pop star. Looks intriguing. Also co-starring Hunter Schafer, the aforementioned Hunter Schafer from Euphoria, and who else is in there? Nobody else I recognize. Okay. So we got that on the 17th, same day as Lee Cronin's The Mummy, the further attempt at rebooting the Mummy franchise with a more straight up horror bent. Uh, Not interested, personally. Not interested based on the trailer. Not vibing with it, but we'll see. We'll see how it does. Same day, you also got Normal, another Bob Odenkirk, normal guy, does badass shit movie.
Nice.
I think. But I think it's
I'm here
also
for
like
it.
that's the name of the town that the thing is taking place in. I'm not sure. It looks fun, probably a streamer. Uh, Notably after that, April 24th, you got Michael, probably gonna make a lot of money. I do not plan on seeing it myself. I look forward to all of the reactions to it. Over Your Dead Body on the same day, which I am excited for. That's Jason Segel and Samara Weaving couple decides to, yes,
Yeah.
very intriguing trailer, horror comedy action thriller ish sort of thing.
Good for that.
I'm pretty pumped for that. Definitely go check that out in the theater. Everybody pumped for Devil Wears Prada 2 on May 1st?
I already got my tickets, bro.
Yeah.
What would it take for
Yep.
you to go, Gavin? What would it take?
Dude, I saw the first one in theaters. I don't know why I did, but I was like, this is cute. She's on with the guy from she's here with the guy from Entourage.
Adrian
That's the
The guy
right
Grenier.
from
reaction.
the excess baggage guy, Melissa Joan Hart. Yeah, dude, I'm all about this.
The
Yeah.
excess baggage guy. That's Benicio del Toro. Is Adrian Grenier in that movie?
I thought he was in that. Is that Benicio del Toro? Or is it Adrian Grid? I'm gonna
It's
have to look it up.
Benicio del Toro and
Stanley
Alicia
Tucci's in it. That's
Silverstone.
it. That's all I know. Stanley Tucci
Wow.
and Anne Hathaway.
It is. Why did I think he was in
The
that?
hair.
It's the.
Final
You're right.
hair.
it is the hair.
I know how your brain
Although
works.
I will say this: Sydney Sweeney's in it, so Patrick and I may go watch it.
Oh, is she?
I
She's
have a
in.
thing about Sydney Sweeney. Like she has doll's eyes. Like she's soulless. Like I can't. I can't with
My
her. Like
man. Thank you, Patrick. I could not agree more. I could not
We're
agree
going to see it.
more, my
You're going to
friend.
go see it for her acting.
Like a doll's eyes.
You
I
know,
swear to God, dude.
eyes.
listen, I don't know if you watch Euphoria or not, but
Never seen an episode.
when she's on the screen, man, I just find
No,
myself like
Gavin only made time
very
for The Idol. He
enthralled.
decided to skip two
For some
seasons
reason,
of
I start
Euphoria,
tweaking.
but he
Wait,
had all the time in the world for The Idol.
Did she watch? Was she in the Idol?
No,
I don't
fucking
remember.
Sam Levinson made The Idol though with
Oh,
your boy.
I will say,
is the weekend in Euphoria? Does he show up in Euphoria?
The Idol is basically like more gratuitous, worse Euphoria, which is why I'm just like, and you
you can get
like
more
that, so the
gratuitous.
fact that you haven't watched Euphoria is insane. Like
Oh,
it's
you
like
actually
it.
haven't watched
so
Euphoria. I
much
thought you were
better.
I've
joking.
never seen an episode. Never
I
have.
would
You'd
say
like it,
Sydney
I think.
Sweeney is was just cast in a new live action Netflix Gundam movie there, Noah Blanchard.
I'll believe it when
And
I
again,
see
we're
it.
talking we're
They've
all
been
on
trying to
her
make a
because of
live
her acting.
action, legit big budget Gundam movie for forever. I will believe it when
In
I see it. They also been trying to make Akira forever, dude.
Yes.
When they
What's
actually
your-
put boots on the ground and like start filming
In
things,
Eastern Europe.
I'll believe it.
They film everything, yeah.
what is it's the
Preferably in Japan where they have life-size Gundams that you can literally go and
Dude,
like stand
seriously.
inside. If
No,
they found
no.
some way to like just like make those
I
move,
there's one on Odaiba Island I went to when I went back, and like you get to the island, you look up, you're like, holy shit, dude. I could fit in. I could pilot that thing. That thing is big enough for me to just climb.
there's
Where's
like
the
two.
elevator? Let me
They've
get
done
in
like
there.
2 or 3 of them now that are like to scale, like what they would look
Yes.
like if we made them in real life, and like they're
that's
basically like they're just
kind of
attractions
terrifying
that
to
you
be
go
honest.
and like go
Japan's
inside,
awesome.
dude. Yeah.
They just know what they like and they just go for
Dude, they're like, you know what? We don't have a lot of
it.
space, but we know how to put things up. We don't know how to make them wide, but we can make them tall, and they'll be fine. Trust me.
Oh,
Dude,
You can hit
speaking of anime, has anybody besides Noah and I watched Chainsaw Man? I still like
I'm going to. I just
dude,
haven't gotten to it
just
yet.
do yourself a flavor
I'm
and go
waiting for.
watch that, man.
I'm just waiting for it to be streaming. Also, I just need to pick up a 4K of it. I don't
Oh,
know why I
oh
haven't
my
done that.
gosh,
We
man.
got completely sidetracked by the devil. Where, dude, we've got to keep
Devil
moving. I'm
Wears
sorry.
Prada.
We're in May. We're in May. We got to keep
Stanley
moving.
Tucci
the
to
Tooch. Yeah,
Chainsaw.
the Tooch is the other
The
reason to go
Our
see it.
beloved Stanley Tucci.
the same day, a little bit of a question mark, but I will be checking it out. Hokum, a new neon horror movie from the guy who did. It's Damian McCarthy. He did Caveat and Oddity. I think
Oh yeah,
Ev, you and
yeah.
I liked Oddity.
Yes, I
You're a
liked
little more
Oddity quite
hot
a
on
bit.
it than I was, but we dug that. But yeah, Hokum with Adam Scott is their next movie. Uh,
Definitely
pretty
gonna watch that.
pretty creepy little trailer. I'm into it. May 8th. This to me feels like kind of summer before summer. Like this is kind of the kickoff in my mind. Mortal Kombat 2. I know we're all
Yes.
pumped. Specifically, the behind the scenes buzz is the test screenings were so good that they held the movie for a summer release because
Hey, I
it
love
was
that.
going to come out like either like fall last year,
Supposed to be
or
October
it was,
last year.
yeah. And I think still would have been done super well, but they clearly were like, nah, this is a big summer movie. We can sell the shit out of this. And so hopefully it pays off. We were pretty big fans of that
Yeah, there's
first
like
reboot.
was it 20 something separate fights I was remember hearing in the initial press stuff. It's like 22 or 27. I don't know why that number stuck in my head. But that's yeah,
Yeah.
can't wait for that.
What else we got?
Ah,
May 15th, right around the corner after that, Obsession from Corey Barker, who I have mentioned. He did Milk and Cereal, the YouTube horror movie from like 2 years ago that I was a big fan of. He and his buddy have that That's a Bad Idea, uh, the comedy channel or whatever. But yes, he's done a lot of horror shorts in his spare time, and this is his feature, like big budget or slightly bigger budget feature debut. I think it's coming out from Blumhouse, but it's about a guy who basically is into a girl and she has, won't give him the time of
Oh,
day.
I've seen the
And
trailer for this.
he
Yeah.
gets this thing that's literally like it's a wish stick, and you make a wish and you break the stick, and he makes a wish that she will love him more than anyone else in the world. So take that to its logical conclusion, basically. And it's a
Are
horror
these
movie. It's a fucking horror comedy, and it looks terrifying and awesome, and I can't wait to see it.
Is this the one that you sent me about like the guy did a prank and it was like a whole is that those two?
Yeah, that's Milk and Cereal.
That's right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I remember that like it was like I don't know how long ago that was, but that was like this is I don't know why he's making me watch this, but it's like really terrifying, but also hilarious at the same time to me because it's on YouTube. So yeah, if it's that anybody behind that creative thing, then yeah, I didn't know that. I've seen the trailer,
Yeah,
but I
the
didn't know it
main
was
the
those two.
main dude in that thing I sent you is the writer director of all this shit.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
He's-
good deal.
This is his first big thing. I'm very excited for it. Been
Yeah.
following him for a bit now. That same day, has anybody seen the trailer for Is God Is?
No.
I highly recommend you go check out the trailer. It's from Alicia Harris. I think she's a first-time feature director coming from the world of TV. Just go watch the trailer. Shit looks insane. Two sisters embark on an epic quest for revenge, confronting a charged family history that will push them to extraordinary lengths. Basically, these two girls were burned in a fire by their father when they were young, and they're setting out on a revenge quest as like adult women to fuck him up. And he's
Oh
played by
yeah.
Oh,
Sterling
I
K.
did see that
Brown.
trailer,
Yeah,
dude.
I saw it in front of
That
it was in front
movie,
of
I
Screen
am
7.
1000%. I am so excited for that. That's going to be a good weekend, May 15th. Okay. Right after that, May 22nd, finally, Gavin, finally, I Love
Chuck Yeager, the San
Boosters.
Diego Twins?
No, I Love Boosters, the new Boots Riley movie.
Yes.
See the trailer for
Okay.
this.
No, I haven't. I'm gonna go look at it as soon as we're done here.
Heist movie, Demi Moore as a fashion villain, basically, and it's Keke Palmer, Naomi Ackie, Nigel Bradley,
Say no
all
more.
teaming up to rip her off. Lakeith Stanfield's in the mix.
Of
Oh
course.
yeah.
Yeah, very excited for that. Uh, that is the counter, dude. I fucking love Boots Riley. That is the counter programming that weekend to Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu. Like, I feel like he asked for that date to be like, yeah, put me out the same weekend as that.
Roku?
Yeah.
What's that?
Grogu, did I say something wrong?
Well, I hear Groku and I think of Dragon Ball Z.
Grogu.
Goo,
The
goo.
And that's
Mandalorian and
Goku,
Grogu.
Brendan. That's Goku. For us Dragon Ball Z heads when we were kids.
Or he
The
was sometimes known
Mandalorian and
as
Baby
Baby Yoda
Yoda.
for a
Yes,
while.
the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda was unfortunately not available. That title was taken, believe it or not. So yeah, I'm gonna be skipping that, but I will be seeing I Love Boosters in the theater. Hopefully, I hope that's a wide release day one, but we'll see. And then wrapping up May, probably my most anticipated right now, currently, Backrooms from Kane Parsons, taking his YouTube liminal horror series to the big screen. You got Chiwetel Ejiofor and holy shit, our girl Renata Reinsva, right?
But I saw the teaser for that with the cycling rooms, and I was left very unsettled.
So have you experienced? Has anybody experienced any of the Backrooms, like on the internet, engaged with it in any way,
Nope.
shape, or form? So I'm like, I in the last like I don't know 2 3 years, got really obsessed with like the liminal horror trend and like analog horror, which is a whole subset of internet videos and shit you can get down the rabbit hole of. Just a lot of creepy shit. But I encourage anybody, like, there's a lot of backrooms videos because it has spawned this whole subculture. There's all sorts of different takes on it. But I highly recommend look up Kane Pixels on YouTube, go to his backrooms playlist and check it out. It's some of the coolest horror like world building shit. And again, the guy is doing a combination of um, I don't even want to. I would just engage with it and see how you think he's accomplishing some of it. I guess is what I want to say. Um, but yeah, so I recommend checking it out. But also like Mayfield, for instance, he's like, dude, I'm intrigued by the trailer. I'm gonna go in cold, and I'm coming from the opposite angle of like, dude, I'm obsessed and like I got lore theories and all sorts of shit, and like I'm wondering how much of the movie is gonna be like onboarding for the uninitiated versus payoffs for people who have been like obsessed with this shit since it started. um but I'm very that trailer, I had a lot of big question marks of just like what's it gonna look and feel like him like transitioning his thing to
Yeah.
a bigger budget with movie stars in it. And just not, I mean, you'll see for the most part in the series you're seeing things in first person. So the idea of even like seeing people in these spaces is kind of a unique thing. So I was kind of like, dude, I don't even know if this is gonna work or what it's gonna feel like. And that first trailer, I was like, dude, I all my fears are put to bed. I am so fucking jazzed for what's about to go down. I think it's gonna be a big thing. hopefully, and probably going to turn a lot of people onto that as a vibe. I will say they they kind of got scooped slightly if it gets an expanded release, but this Friday there's a movie called Exit 8, which is based on it's a Japanese film based on a video game that was kind of capitalizing on the liminal horror trend of stuff and that was slightly spawned by things like the Backrooms. This video game does its own separate thing where it's like it's a time loop in a train station and
Okay.
like weird creepy shit starts happening and the dude can't get out. um and so that video game has now been adapted into a movie which is coming out, like I said, April 10th, a full month before the back room. So this kind of move towards more liminal space horror, which I guess the real first one we got on a bigger scale was Skinamarink, which of course was incredibly divisive. And I know some people, absolutely hated and maybe turned them off to the whole idea of it. But that was definitely one in that analog horror space. And I wanted to ask you, Patrick, side note before we continue down the list. I know you watch TV Globe. Did you go up, end up checking out We're All Going to the World's Fair?
I haven't yet.
Okay. That one I also would say kind of works in that vein,
Okay.
of like new internet, like something different's going on here. Side of horror that I've become quite obsessed with in the last several years. Okay. June 5th? Yeah. June 5th. Masters of the Universe. Has anybody seen this trailer?
Yes.
Or these
I
mini
I
trailers?
saw it, and I swear to God, it looks like AI made.
It looks so fucking bad. Like
Bad.
visually,
Really bad.
just blah, like slop. It literally it looks quite terrible. And I will say the very first trailer I felt like looked, you know, quite poor, and then the subsequent trailer looked a little bit better, like because sometimes the effects aren't finished. I know
Yeah.
that, and it's like they're still rendering some of this or whatever. But I have no interest
So if the first
whatsoever.
trailer was poor, would you say the second trailer was trailer trash?
Perhaps, perhaps.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Uh, but luckily, old Stevie Spielberg's gonna come in and save us in June 12th with Disclosure Day, which I have very, very high hopes for. And
Can't wait.
Put that one in the books.
yeah, that's a day one. But here's the conflict, guys. Scary Movie, just straight up Scary Movie, the reboot of Scary Movie,
Here for it.
the legacy sequel of Scary Movie, bringing literally everybody back to the table. Now this trailer, holy shit! I was already excited, and I literally stopped and commented to Veronica in the moment. I was like, wait, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's actually gonna be like really good. This is funny. These are good bits. Like they got everybody back. So I have very high hopes for Scary Movie. We shall see. Toy Story 5. Anybody doing Toy Story 5?
I did 3 in theaters
I
and I
will end up
cried, so
seeing
I'm not
it.
doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, 3 got me.
Yeah, I cried in theater. Literally, I did a double feature that day of 3, and I cried as me and my friend Billy Barry when we were valeting cars, and we're like, "This is emotional." We're the only adult men in there together, right? And there's kids running around, right? And we get out of that, and we're like, "We need something funny to go see. Let's go see Get Him to the Greek." So we went and saw Get Him to the Greek
Dude,
afterwards. I was like,
one of my
I'm glad.
faves, man.
I'm glad we did this second. And could you imagine if we were crying at the end of our double feature Sunday we did?
Honestly, a fantastic double feature. I am a huge fan of Get Rid of the Greek. Some of the best Jonah Hill Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
June 26th, we got Supergirl, further
Yay.
continuation of the James Gunn new DC universe.
I'm there for that.
I will definitely check it out. This is coming from Craig Gillespie. Interesting hire on this. He did I, Tanya, Lars and the Real Girl.
Oh, I love Lars and the Real Girl.
He also did the
It's an
Fright Night.
all-time fit.
He also did the Fright Night remake.
Oh,
Forgot
you gotta
about that.
take Becky
Yeah.
to that because it's got Momoa in it.
I said I'm gonna get dragged to it because he's in it.
Oh,
For
that's right.
sure.
He's Lobo finally. That's right.
Mhm.
And so this, I don't know if it's fully confirmed, but dated right now for the same day, June 26th, Jackass 5. No poster. Haven't heard a confirmation that this was happening or that it finished filming, but it does have a date on the calendar, Jackass 5.
Hmm.
Okay, we shall see. Uh, skipping past a few things, including the live action Moana movie. Don't know why they're doing that. Of course, July 17th, everybody's cleared out of the way of it. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which I think most of the tickets are sold out for at this point. So if you
Yep.
didn't get them a year ago, I think you might be shit out of luck for the opening weekend.
I'm not even really, dude. Not excited. I mean, I'm not unexcited, just not like over the top about it.
You're a
Definitely
Nolan
don't,
guy, though.
definitely don't have the level of jazzed I
And
would be if like
it's a fair
his
point.
move after
Yeah,
making the $900 million atomic bomb movie would be to just like basically say like, and I won best picture for it. Like I can do whatever I want. I guess I was just like a little like that his thing was like, well, obviously I got to do the Odyssey, the most classic story like in all of literature and like that's been adapted a billion times, but I got to do my definitive version. I guess I was hoping for I want to make Tenet 2 and I'm going to do that now and you guys are going to sit through it. Like that was the energy I was
No.
hoping for, but instead he was just like, no, I'm just going to make an even bigger scale thing because now I have the carte blanche to do it. Not that he doesn't every single time he goes to bat, he can pretty much has a blank check. So I obviously I'm going to see it opening weekend, but Brandon and I have talked about this almost out of more of a feeling of like just social and cultural obligation, not because I'm like, dude, I can't wait to fucking go see this, but I'm also hoping that like more trailers as we get closer to it will maybe get me like ramped up. I will
It's given
say
us
the
nothing in the trailers, man.
early trailers
Nothing.
did not do that for me. Now I will make one little carve out here because technically this is a fall movie, but juxtapose that fucking Dune 3 trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever cut that new music that sounds like his speech from 2, but like set to a beat, I, oh, I wanted to like, tear my phone in half while I was watching. I was like, let's go, dude. Holy shit.
Can't wait.
Uh yeah, so that was a very effective trailer. The Odyssey has not reeled me in. How are we take the temperature? How are we feeling about Spider-Man Brand New Day, which comes out July 31st?
Like, I just want to see who the hell Sadie Sink is cast as, because according to the internet, she's playing 17 roles.
Oh, I basically heard it's either Mary Jane, alternate timeline, some sort of weird blah blah blah, or what everybody's hoping is it's backdooring X-Men, which is what they've been saying about every single movie from this franchise for the
It's right,
last
Jean
like
Grey,
five
right? She's
years.
supposed to play Jean
Yeah,
Grey, maybe.
they think she's Jean Grey.
Another one is Rachel Summers, who is an alternate timeline daughter of Jean Grey
Is this
and
just
Cyclops.
every redhead that's in the MCU
Every
basically?
redhead that is in the Marvel universe except for Medusa, yes, she
It's gonna be
has.
so funny if she has her hair dyed and she's just straight up alternate universe Gwen Stacy. Because did they do a Gwen Stacy yet in the Tom Holland ones or no?
No,
They did not. That's right.
no,
And they haven't established like a off screen like oh Gwen like background character in the class or anything like that weird
no,
shit.
no.
Okay,
They
I didn't
they
think so.
did they did Betty and MJ.
Yeah. I yeah, I'm kind of whatever on these. At the same time, I kind of said that going into No Way Home. Was that the last one?
Yeah,
That's where they brought everybody in. I
yeah.
kind of said that going into that, and you know, in spite of myself, I as soon as Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield showed up, just a big old smile for like, the remaining 45 minutes to an hour in that movie. Like, yeah,
Agreed.
it worked. And Willem Dafoe, like, just I did not know that was happening. So, yeah, I actually
Also,
really enjoyed that movie.
I think Andrew Garfield did some of the best acting of his life in
Oh,
the
for
eight
sure.
months leading up to the release of that movie, where he's like, "I'm not in this movie. Nobody
Yes,
called
just
me. I
pretending
don't know
he's
what's
not in
going
it.
on."
Yes, the best acting he's done since Silence, inarguably, for sure. Uh,
Well, you never saw the A24 one about with
I
him
did
and
not. I did not with him and Florence Pugh.
yeah, he's
Somebody
really good
else
in
who I
that.
feel like is
That's what
kind
I've
of
heard.
uh she's well. We were
I really
just
like
talking
her.
about
I hope
we
she
were
does.
just talking
Yeah,
about Oppenheimer, which of course she's in, huge grosser. But in my head, and she's in all over the MCU. Obviously, she was just in Thunderbolts last year. But in my mind, I'm like, yo,
and Dune.
where's the like dark, fucked up like $10 million horror movie starring Florence Pugh? Like that's what I want to see right now. I don't
Yeah,
need you in Dune and all this shit. I need you like screaming your guts out. And I get she's talked about Midsommar and how it's like I don't ever want to do that again. And I'm like, fair. She's just like I don't want to make stuff
she's
like
like,
that anymore.
or I could be in Dune and make $1 gazillion. That's
Exactly.
I mean, she was also in before that. She was in that stupid horror movie where she's uh, a con man, where they're psychic readers and trying to bilk somebody out of money in an actual haunted house.
What movie was
I
that?
don't know if I ever saw that.
It was on Netflix for years. It's one of her earlier roles. Like it was before when she was. It was before Midsummer, and
Is
before
it
the
Don't Breathe?
wrestling movie.
Or no, not Don't Breathe. What's the one you're talking about? The older man in the house trying, and he's like,
I don't.
No, no, no. Like this is a British house.
oh, okay.
Okay, it was a okay.
Yeah,
Probably has a an interchangeable title with like a billion other things, and that's why I
She
can't think of it.
she did one with Skarsgård, limited TV show. I want to see.
Oh,
She's
Little
like a
Drummer
secret
Girl.
agent thing. Yeah,
Oh
Little
yeah,
Drummer Girl.
it's
Is it
a
good?
John le Carre adaptation, directed in its entirety by Park Chan-wook, one of his
Oh, well, I
first
got to see it now.
and Michael Shannon is in it. If you've never
All
seen
right.
Little Drummer Girl, dude,
Okay.
that
I'm
show
excited now.
fucking rips. So good.
Okay.
Malevolent is the name of the movie.
Malevolent. See, exactly. There could be like 10 movies called Malevolent.
Yeah.
There probably are 10 movies
Fun
called
fact: big Michael
Malevolent.
Shannon fan. Just care if anybody
You
cares.
used to be my number one guy. Just one of those who's like,
And now it's gossip
he's
because
not
it's
as
everywhere.
active. He's just not as active as he used to be.
There's a storm coming.
Okay, this one's for you, Brendan. August 7th, Super Troopers 3 confirmed.
Yeah, baby.
I mean,
But
this one's for all
I
of us,
have
let's
to
be
assume
real.
this whole panel is excited for Super Troopers
When
3.
Farva's over-the-top Indian engagement to Thorny's sister spirals into chaos, the Super Troopers must navigate Thorny's schemes to break up the relationship, all while trying to bring down a pernicious new drug ring.
Dude, love it. I don't even care. You could have just said the Super Troopers. You could have said.
And yes, rest assured, Captain O'Hagan will be back. Brian Cox is in this cast list.
Yes,
He will
dude.
be
Oh God,
present.
I loved him before. Now I really love him.
He will be present.
He's like, I know I
Pretty
was in
sure.
Succession, but I'm gonna still do Super Troopers 3. I don't
I
care.
know I'm the voice of McDonald's right now, but I got a little time on my hands. I come be in this movie.
You know that scene with the Swedish couple when they pull him over in the Porsche? And they're playing
Yes.
the EDM music. I'm
Yeah.
almost certain they were playing that exact song throughout the bridge run last weekend. Lincoln and I looked at each other and we were like, is that Super Troopers? And he was like, I'm pretty sure that's Super Troopers, dude.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm speeding things up just a little bit. We are closing in on midnight. August
Landfill 2,
14th.
you're so much cooler than Landfill number 1. Different movie, still great.
He already told me everything about you guys, so we won't have that awkward getting to know you phase. uh, August 14th, the end of Oak Street. Anne Hathaway having a big year. Ewan McGregor also in this movie, directed notably by David Robert Mitchell of It Follows fame
Yeah,
and
I'm
Under the
ready for that
Silver
one.
Lake infamy. So,
Yeah.
yeah, a street within a neighborhood that is like moving through time. There are dinosaurs in this film. Uh, check out the trailer. We'll see. Big question mark on that one. Tail end of August looking a little weak here. We got the Cliffhanger remake.
What?
Who is in that?
Yeah, why?
It's a
Please
young
tell.
Colette Sarah
Oh,
joint with Lily James as the female Cliffhanger, and Pierce Brosnan is in the mix somewhere in there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, kind of a bleak end to August. Never mind, guys, we're done. We're done. That's the end of August. So some things to be excited about in there. Oh, excuse me. That same day, the poster did not grab me, but the dog stars. In a post-apocalyptic world, a virus wipes out humanity. Survivors face roaming scavengers called Reapers. Protagonist Hig A pilot survived the flu but lost his wife. It's not a Christopher Nolan movie. He's busy making The Odyssey. It's a Ridley Scott film
Oh, dude, yeah,
starring Jacob Elordi, Margaret Qualley, Josh Brolin, Guy
I'm
Pearce,
in.
Benedict Wong.
What is this called?
It's called The Dog Stars.
Oh, dude, I'm
It's a
in for that. That sounds
dystopic
great.
I
dystopic
mean,
sci-fi movie.
I'm in for it.
up front, I was like, nah, and then you read me the cast and
Based
the
on a
director.
book by Peter Heller, if that means anything to anybody. But yeah, that's obviously going to be a big one. Ridley doing a big, you know, dystopic sci-fi, or it doesn't sound like sci-fi, but just dystopic film. Uh, I guess it is sci-fi. I don't know. Okay. Uh, and then Coyote versus Acme is that same day, something for the kids. And then we're into September, which I'm sure there will be more stuff announced between now and then. But yeah, my most anticipated personally, just coming up is Backrooms, and then beyond that, I would say Disclosure Day is my number one most anticipated for the summer. Uh,
Close Encounters, I've never seen it before. I'm gonna watch it in preparation for Disclosure Day. Forgive me
definitely
for having never
definitely give
seen
that
that.
a shot. I think it's I feel like we forget because so much of the press tour kind of colored the memory of that movie. But War of the Worlds fucking rocks. Like
It
Dude,
rocks,
the
dude. It's
set,
such a
the
good
set
movie.
pieces, and I'm sure
It's
Patrick never
fantastic.
saw it because it's got Thomas Maypother in it. But
You are. I saw it in passing. I was like, oh, that's a big action scene. Come on, kill Tom Cruise. Be bold. Kill Tom Cruise. But that didn't happen, and then I changed the channel.
yeah, some great
So
set
good.
pieces, kind of a wet fart of an ending, which is honestly a bit of a later Spielberg problem. But um, Disclosure Day, I'm so excited for, dude. Josh O'Connor, I got the breakout needs to happen. I feel like not enough people saw um the new Knives Out. I feel like it got kind of lost in the shuffle.
Oh, it was great.
Um, Wake Up Dead Man. I just felt like there was not much energy around it at the end of the year. Um, so yeah, I'm still waiting for him to have his like everybody knows who this guy is, and
Has
you know,
anybody besides no one I seen Wake Up Dead Man?
I've
we've
I
seen
all
saw
it.
it.
seen it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Couple, I've seen it twice.
yeah.
oh, okay, Big Daddy.
I loved it. I'm just what I'm
I think
saying is I loved it.
I'm pretty sure we had it collectively pretty high on our year-end
Yeah.
list as a
Yeah.
site.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we discussed it on those
We had it way high.
episodes.
It was in our top five, I think.
I'm pretty sure everybody loved it. Yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
Anyways,
All those movies are consistent.
but yeah, any other ones you guys are particularly pumped for?
It's not summer, but it'll be right after summer.
Well, you can say it. It's not like it's
Resident Evil, September
Oh,
18th.
dude, same brother. That is the
Cannot
yeah.
wait. Everything
Cannot
I've heard,
wait.
I'm just like, you telling me this is like 90 minutes of like a Fury Road level zombie, like, and it's as like practical as you can get. This guy. I've been waiting, like, as soon as it's like the first like frame of weapons, I looked at Becky and I was like, this guy's making a Resident Evil movie, and I'm really
So
I'm really
excited.
excited for it. I
So
really want
excited.
if anybody can just like pull it back from what it was from
It's
Paul
this guy.
W.S. Anderson, it's this dude. And
This guy.
he probably will make it and never touch it. All right, I'm gonna do something else now. I did it. I saved it for you. You can do your thing.
But we'll
no.
Done.
take this one. We'll take this
Yeah,
one,
He's
we'll
man.
take
It's
this
like
apparently
one.
writing the weapons prequel currently. I don't know if
Then
he's
yeah,
planning on directing it or not, but
Oh my
he might
gosh, Gladys.
he might hand that off to a
yeah,
buddy.
dude, that'd be
Yeah.
perfect.
Bro, I don't even I want to watch it with all the lights off, pitch black. Hopefully with Noah sitting next to me.
Okay, bud.
I thought Teenage Sex was coming out late this summer.
I thought it was dated as well, and now I'm looking because maybe it was just not on this IMDb list. But hold on, because in my head that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Why has the release date disappeared for it? Or maybe it's just not on IMDb. Hold on.
Yeah, maybe.
You guys can continue to vamp. We'll wrap up here in a second. Now I'm
Okay.
concerned. Now I'm concerned because it had a date and now it doesn't. I'm concerned that something happened.
On its actual page on IMDb, it has August 7th listed, but only Canada.
Well,
Oh no.
what happened? What's going on?
Who's to say? I don't know. So, okay, can we are we making at least one or two or three of these where we agree like we're all getting out to see it when it comes out and we're going to talk about it afterwards? I know
Oh,
the
can we
next
all
big
pick one? Can we all pick one? All right, listen. I know
I,
some of
I,
are already.
Wait,
I
sorry,
wonder
Gavin.
what
What were you
Brendan's is going to
proposing?
be.
What were you proposing?
I
I
told.
was
I told
Don't
when
make
because
me
I'll
see the Odyssey. I swear to God, don't make me see the Odyssey.
no.
when the Oscars bet came out, I texted no, and I was like, "Hey man, I hope I don't win because everybody's gonna go watch Ron Jeremy movies." I would say if I had put my name on a movie, everybody's got to go watch. I know Dune's already gonna get picked, so
Yeah.
I don't need to put that out
Oh,
there.
don't make me watch Dunes, please, dear God.
Uh, I'm gonna pick Super Troopers because I feel like maybe that one might need a little bit of shove from everybody. Maybe.
I mean, I wasn't fond of number 2, but the problem was I watched number 2 like 30 seconds after I finished number 1.
Oh yeah, that'll
Oh
do it.
yeah,
It's a
well,
little too much.
yeah, that's a lot. Evan, why is your camera focusing on your face? Did you see that?
Dude, I don't know what's going on. The iPad tries to like if you move, it moves with you.
Dude,
I
Evan
noticed.
said
I noticed that. I was like, "Who? What is
Uh,
Evan
going
said
on
that's a little
here?"
too much, and it started zooming in on his
Yeah,
like
there's
waiting for
Zooming
his
in on this like
monologue
high and
do
here.
that.
tight, zooming on this like high and tight that I have right now.
Evan's about to give us his monologue on life. What's the other one? So Mortal Kombat for sure.
Oh
Yeah, I say
God.
Mortal Kombat. I'm definitely gonna go. I'm gonna make like I'm gonna make like if she doesn't want to go, she doesn't have to. But she saw the first one with me on like whenever it came out on HBO or whatever, and she was like, "This wasn't bad." I was like, "They're gonna make another one. We can go see it in theaters." But I didn't know if we wanted to say like we have like a definite one or two that we're like, okay,
Yeah, I
everybody's
think we
gonna go
should.
see this, so we'll make sure between Thursday through whatever Sunday, whatever, catch it and be able to talk about it within a few days of it releasing.
Yeah.
And I know as far Noah, you don't have a time frame for Mayfield as far as like when to record the Oscar stuff, but like let us know in the group chat when we need to have your list in to like to you
Oh,
as
the
to like ranking the Oscars best.
oh yeah. I mean, I was telling them earlier. I think Mayfield probably won't be available for like another month or two
Yeah, yeah,
at the earliest. So everybody's got plenty of time to prep. But
yeah.
yeah, eventually we'll set a deadline. And yeah, to Evan, did you decide? I mean, yeah, you still got to decide on what you want to make us
I
do.
saw your text and I started thinking about it, and I hadn't come. I was kind of like batting around a few ideas, but it
I
won't
told
be anything as grand as Mayfield's. But
I told Noah that I was going to campaign to make you have us watch all of Chuck Norris's canon films when it was announced that he passed. And I was like, we're going to have to watch
honestly,
all those and pick the best one of the
in
canon run.
memoriam, our beloved Chuck Norris.
That's so
Uh,
many goddamn movies.
I let me think about it. I will if I
Yeah,
have
no,
like if I
ruminate. We'll reveal it on the next episode.
I have a suggestion.
Of course you do. Of course you
I
do.
have a suggestion. I said this to Noah. I feel like this one would be a fun one. It'd be interesting at least to try to figure out the movies that we could come up with. But the title that came to mind was Always a Bridesmaid, Never a Bride, and but basically like like Rob Schneider type of movies, like never like the main guy type of like Pauly Shore type of movies or who whatever. And like,
The
hey, look for
guys
me.
that they tried to make a thing,
Yeah,
like,
And
and
didn't
they
get it.
got
Yeah.
several at bats, and then they
yeah.
just, they just kept each one failed more miserably than the other, but somehow
I,
they just kept
that's
getting
kind of fun. It's
I
swinging.
kind
feel
of
like
fun
that
because
would
we
be a
because
good
that would
time.
force us to we'd all have to watch the hot chick and then
It's
Oh
me,
no.
Jessica.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that would
Rachel
just be a good.
McAdams. Have you guys heard it? For I was watching one of the interviews for Send Help, and I guess Rachel McAdams co-star in the movie, the guy kept quoting "hot chick" to her, and
That's hilarious. Yes.
She
she
had no
didn't
awareness
remember
of
any
what
of
he
it.
was doing because
And
it's way
he's
more
like,
relevant to
"What?"
people that, yeah.
Yeah,
Dylan O'Brien kept
Yeah.
quoting it. That's
yeah,
funny.
pretty
Dude,
cool.
there's
Have
this
you, Patrick, did
there's
you see Send Help?
I didn't. Like
Oh
I
my,
haven't gotten to
I
hardly any
can't wait.
movies.
I can't
I
wait.
can't wait to
I
see
can't
it.
wait for you to catch
It's
it,
too
dude. You're gonna have
expensive
such a
right
good
now.
time.
It's like $30 to rent on Amazon or something like that, or buy. $30 to buy, 27 or
Yeah,
whatever to
this
rent.
weird
Something crazy.
like this some of the studios now with the weird theatrical windows where it's like it's probably still playing in some places and you could go see it for like, a $9 matinee, but
Right.
at home you're dropping $30 to not even own it in some cases, but just to rent it.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like Scream 7 is out to buy on digital now, but it's like still playing in some theaters.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of get it in as much as like, hey, we're trying to recoup more because there's now a huge, segment of people that are like, I don't go to the theater either because I just don't enjoy it. That's not my thing. I don't have the time, or I've got kids. I only get to see shit when it's streaming, and it's like they want to stay somewhat current. And if you give them something, 2, 3 weeks after it's been in theaters, and they're in their head, they're like, oh, well, I would spend 30 for the two of us to go see it, out at the theater. Yeah, you're probably going to get a few of those people, but then you have people like myself who it's like I already went and saw it. I'm willing to wait the extra 6 months in most cases to like just be able to watch it streaming
Yeah.
free somewhere.
No, Noah, do you have an AMC near you? Because the
Mm-mm.
last two we've seen to be in AMC's, and they always are like, and thank you to our whatever members who are watching at least 4 to 6 new movies a
Oh,
month. And
the
I'm like,
A-listers?
yeah, I'm like, what is this?
Dude.
Who the fuck is? There's got to be like maybe 20 people in all of AMC. They're like, I'll do that.
The thing is,
Like
it's not even that
who?
expensive, right? It's like
Right?
if you, it's like $50 a month, I think, and you can watch 6 movies a week. That's insane.
Yeah. Like, what are you? Who? Perfect model if you like it, like if you know if you live near an AMC and you had like you could go do
I'm
that. I just
I'm bummed that I don't in that regard because it's like I mean, yeah, so the one I go to is like it's essentially like a mom and or a small, I guess what you'd call like a mini major for the Southeast, but they're not a Regal, they're not a I think
I thought
it's like
Citadel's
whatever
an AMC.
Georgia. No, it's like whatever Georgia Theater Company used to be, but it's like yeah, it's
Okay.
another weird independent
just
one or
like Beacon,
whatever.
yeah.
Um, that I'm like they have a couple multiplex because they have the one in North Charleston as well, is run by the same people. But um, yeah, Regal has the one in Mount Pleasant, which is always a terrible experience. It's like 35 minutes of ads guaranteed. They don't even have recliner seats.
They have the
Um,
best closed caption device in town, though.
I mean, they have a
Did I tell you
bazillion
that?
theaters in there, and like they seat a lot of people. But oh no, you had not told me that. Sorry.
Because Sam likes we do the closed caption device
Hmm.
for subtitles, and you can wear glasses in that one, and it shows up
Oh,
digitally
that's
in the
cool,
Dude,
dude.
bottom of the glasses.
Yeah.
I've
Fucking cool.
always wondered about that. I've always wondered like how you would do any kind of closed captioning or anything like that in a theater, and that makes perfect sense.
How
The
I just
expensive
never
is
thought.
that? That's
The
gotta be
standard
like,
one is not great. If you guys, the standard one is you stick it in the cup holder. It's got a long arm, and
oh my
dude, I'll be standing up for the previews, just going like adjusting it below her face.
Oh no.
Everybody thinks she's deaf, but she's not deaf. She
No, hey,
just loves
no.
to see English subtitles when she's watching English. It helps her translate. So I put it, I'm like adjusting it below her face, and everyone's like, "What the hell's going on right now?" Because you've never seen one before. It's like anyway. So we love that theater for that. But
that's pretty sick, dude.
Dude, every time I'm out in public and I'm like, can you say thank you or hello? And Maverick is like doing sign language. I have this urge to be like, he's not deaf. He knows how to
it's
speak.
not
He just signs better. He just likes to sign before anything else. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Just let him wave, let him say thank you.
Does
Or,
he do this?
please.
Isabel's been doing this. She goes
Yeah,
more. She does
more.
more
Yep.
like this,
He's
and
doing
please
more
like
of this.
this.
Yep.
Uh,
Dude, he figured out in like a day. I'm like, you better tell mom you're sorry, or whatever. He figured out that this is please and that is sorry, like that. And I was like, okay,
It's
you
awesome.
get it.
Uh,
It's wild, dude. But I feel that urge to be like, he can speak. He's not like deaf, you
yes.
know. Because he just when we're in public, like going to the grocery store, he just doesn't. He may make noises, but he doesn't talk to anybody when he's around them. But he'll say stuff all up and down the aisles and whatnot, and
Yeah.
he'll get mad. But he just never he never says. hey or whatever, because I know he said hey plenty of times now, but just never to anybody when I ask him to. He's always just waving or being like, "Oh, thank you." And I'm just like, dude, he's not deaf. I swear, it's ridiculous. So
So polite though.
exactly, it's it. That's the only thing I got to tell him. Like, teach him thank you and teach you excuse me, and he'll be good. And please, yeah.
Alrighty, guys. I think we will call it a night. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining. For the ARK of E podcast, I have been Noah.
And I have been, no, I'm just kidding. I've been Gavin. We're
And
gonna wait and
we've
do
been
that
the
in a minute.
Blanchard brothers. We've been joined this evening by our cousin, Mr. Patrick J. Blanchard, and our good friends, Mr. Brendan Riley and Mr. Evan Tuig. We thank you all for joining us, and we thank all of you lovely listeners for tuning in. Until next time, say something, Gav.
You've been listening to
Oh well, yeah,
what
but
we've been.
I was trying to change it up and go a different direction.
Oh,
Don't edit
okay.
that, please.
Dude, I never do. This
I
is
know.
this is the
You
best
think you
part.
think you think he works on this when he gets off of here? He puts the headphones on and he leaves.
I make
That's
sure
it.
I try and make sure the S's go like this because Yoni Wolf told me that we needed a de-esser on our podcast years ago, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna fix that and maybe it'll sound decent. Yeah. I EQ it, that's it.
Okay.
Well, for the most part. Unless somebody says something incredibly egregious or offensive. But of course if you're listening, you didn't hear that. So anyways. Yes. Until next time. You've been listening to what we've been watching.
Everybody's gonna join.
Alrighty.